Welcome to the Yeah We Know podcast, part of the Marinos Podcasting Network. You're in the ring with Jimmy, Rod, and Chris. And Rod, let's talk about Bryan Danielson winning the AEW Championship. We're not going to talk about that, are we?
No, listen, congrats. All right, congrats to Daniel Bryan, as I will call him, a.k.a. Bryan Danielson. You know, the guy's a wrestler's wrestler, right? He's been all over the world. He's got the respect to everybody. I like his underdog triumphant storyline from the WWE days. So you're not going to hear me say a bad thing about Bryan Danielson. Good luck to him, but good luck to all of AEW because I continue to not want to pull for them.
Chris, what did you think the biggest storyline was? Bryan Danielson winning the championship or Ricochet making a debut?
I'm sorry. We're talking about WWE, right? I don't pay attention to any of this other minor league crap.
Dang. Okay, so the minor league crap, you know, we'll talk about WWE. What'd you think of Uncle Howdy's debut?
About time. Good debut. It was a good match. I mean, you can't go wrong with Gable, right?
You can't have a bad match with Gable unless you really try hard. Yeah.
So, yeah, it was a great match. Good to see him in the ring. We can actually see everybody fight now. Let's go.
Rod, where are you at with the Wyatt Six? I know you've kind of been on them.
Listen, congratulations. All right. Congratulations to everyone and all the friends we have made along the way, all of the time we have spent, all of the footage we have spliced, all of the minutes we have taken away from pay-per-views and from live TV events and from the Pat McAfee show and all of this stuff. We have done all of this to create mid-carders. Congratulations. We have the Wyatt Six fighting with the Creed brothers and Ivy Nile and Chad Gable and showing up in the middle of Raw and then headlining a Raw where they don't want anybody to get hurt ahead of a PLE and a guy's wearing a mask. Like, congratulations, man. You guys have your Wyatt Six and have him be the king of the mid-carders. I continue to not have one reason to give a crap about anything that the Wyatt Six does. It's ridiculous, Jimmy. It's ridiculous that a grown man was wrestling in that mask. It was absolutely ridiculous.
I didn't really like the hair. I'm not going to lie. I really didn't like the hair. The mask was, I could go either way, but I see what you say on that. Maybe the Uncle Howdy is the outside the ring persona and he just does the Bo Dallas inside. I can see where that would be something, but then you have Dexter Lumis who looks awesome. So like, you know, where do you go with that? I guess is the question, Chris.
I think Rob would be upset even if they came out and were headlining and main eventers right off the bat instead of being portrayed as mid-carders. But I think this is something that I've been taught by you guys is that WWE is good at long-term storytelling, all right? And this is what I see is a little bit of maybe this is what we're trying to do is this isn't pro-family type of thing, and we're going to go off and attack groups that act as families and then turn their backs on each other like we're seeing that Gable did with Alpha Academy. And I can see maybe an eventual lead up to a big time bloodline feud if that's still going on at that point in time, because if it is, I'll still be rooting for the bloodline to be dismantled and destroyed. So
wow. All right. Speaking of well, I guess Rod, let's talk about the bloodline a little bit. Looks like Solo's taking charge, giving tag team titles away, huh?
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on there other than I guess Jacob Fatu, can't wrestle right now and they want the belts to be able to be wrestled for. That's probably what it is. And so we decided let's try to do some cool fancy thing because the WWE continues to not be able to just allow people to be hurt. Rhea Ripley had to give up her title and it just, I don't quite get that. We're making a big deal on social media.
Every 30 days, Rod. Roman Reigns only had 8 title defenses in 3 years. No question. Every 30 days, you have to defend those titles, bud.
But I'm just saying we're making it a big deal about how CM Punk dropped in a podcast interview about how there's an app now where wrestlers can go on and just say, I need this day off and I need that day off, and they get it, right? So if we're supposed to be celebrating that, then hey, guess what? You can just say Jacob Fatu's injured right now and the tag belts aren't going to be wrestled for a couple of weeks. It's all fine. So we need to have stories to tell with Solo. I'm impressed with the advancements that Solo has made. Perhaps this was always who he was and they're just making him be quiet, but he's talking an awful lot and he's holding his own out there in the ring and people really seem to hate him. He garners just as much, well, not as much heat as Dominic Mysterio because no one gets as much heat as Dominic Mysterio.
No one.
But he garners a lot of heat, man. The fans really do dislike that guy, and that's what he's supposed to do. So I'm fine with the Bloodline, but then again, I've always been fine with Bloodline.
Speaking of Dom Mysterio, Chris King, Rhea Ripley speaking Spanish. Thoughts?
I don't have a problem with it.
That was pretty sweet, actually. Listen, Priest and Ripley are fantastic together. They were before, they are now. I cannot wait to see this match at Bash at Berlin, which we need to talk about because that is a pay-per-view coming up. It's at like 1 o'clock premium live event, I think, on Saturday, something
1
like that.
Eastern.
Noon, 1 Eastern. We have a mixed tag match between Liv Morgan and Dom Mysterio versus Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest. One could argue if Gunther wasn't the champion, this might be the main event of the show. But obviously, I think Gunther's going to be there. So Liv Morgan, Dominic Mysterio versus Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest. Rod, who you got?
Dom and Liv in some sort of an absolute travesty that angers the hell out of everyone and continues to prove that Liv wants no part of Rhea Ripley in an actual real match, but continues to get the best of her. So I'm going with Dom and Liv to continue telling this. I don't think they're going to wrap this up with those guys being the only real story they're telling on Monday night right now in Berlin. So I think the way you continue it is Dom and Liv win.
I agree with Rod on that one. And I actually think Ripley might get pinned here. I think that could happen. Pinned maybe by Dom. I don't know if you can. We'll see what the rules are. Who knows? Chris.
No, I think you're going to see the terrible Twin Tower people win this match. I'm not sure what they're calling themselves, all right? The Terrible Twins, the Terror
You know
Twins.
full well it definitely ain't
All
Twin
right.
Tower people. You know for sure it ain't that.
I'm just saying, all right? I want to see Dom get his butt kicked. I'll watch Liv and Rhea fight, but I think you're going to see Dom get choke slammed from about 12 feet high and look like he's about to die, and the crowd's going to love it, and Damian will get that pin.
So, Chris, do you know that there was a tag team in the WWE named the Twin Towers? Do you know that?
No, I don't believe I did.
All right. Well, guess what? We have the ability to show some things here. The Twin Towers was the Big Boss Man and Akeem, the African Dream. So if this is Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley, God help us all. I just thought that was awesome, Chris. I needed to know that was a thing. But
From
but
Cobb
that was
County,
definitely
Georgia.
one of the greatest songs ever. Another tag team match we have Fire and Dawn, the Unholy Union versus Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Had a decent match on SmackDown by Bianca and Jade. I don't know. I don't see them winning the titles. I don't see where it goes with this. So I'm gonna think Unholy Union keeps it. I don't really have a thought. This is the Chris King I don't care segment of the day on this match. I'm not really into it, Rod.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. What the only thing I think about this match is like I'm disappointed in where we're at with Bianca Belair. I'm disappointed with where we're at with Bianca right now. She's kind of almost nowhere. She's sort of like just a cheerleader for Jade Cargill, who you continue to see that they are just protecting the hell out of in any match that she is in. So I don't know. I'm with you, Jimmy. I'm going to do the Chris King. I don't care much about this and say that Dawn and Fire will probably continue to have the belts.
Chris.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Bianca and Jade. All right.
Of course. Let's go. Chris, I love you, man.
Give me the EST and Jade. I don't understand why they took the belts off them in the first place. All right. I didn't see what it accomplished or anything like that. Let's put the belts back on them. Give a little bit of esteem to the EST. At least give her a belt to wear if she's going to be playing the sidekick for the foreseeable future. Give them the belts back.
We don't have to give any esteem to Bianca Belair, Chris. All right. We're talking about a woman who won WrestleMania main event 2 years in a row. All right. She doesn't need any esteem. That's why we're disappointed with where they have her right now.
That's why you should put the belt back on her, Rod.
Bianca Belair in the Kevin Owens role, if you will, in the women's division right now, where can be champion anytime, but can lose all the time and everything's okay. speaking of which, Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes are facing off for the WWE Championship. I can't wait. This is gonna be a fantastic match. Terrific. Do I really care? It's gonna my favorite wrestler. Cody Rhodes is great as well. I think it's gonna be a terrific match. There's no way Kevin Owens is winning the championship here. No way at all. Chris.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes. I will be rooting for KO though, because until he decides to turn heel, because I guess that's what he does a lot, according to the vignettes that we were shown. So I imagine he'll turn heel here soon. But I see Cody still having the belt, because they're going to keep Cody having the belt until something big with Roman or the final boss comes around again next year during WrestleMania.
Rod, Kevin Owens has not re-signed a WWE contract. That would be bad. That would be bad. Is Kevin Owens going to win this match?
Absolutely not. Kevin Owens is not going to win this match. And I think it's high time that we all understand that something you gentlemen have been yelling at me about and shouting me down about is just absolutely true. Cody Rhodes is boring. No one cares other than the fact that they love Cody Rhodes. So no one wants to come out and say that this is an absolute shamockery, that they have not done anything but give Cody an opponent where we're fed a storyline where Cody and that person stand in the ring and they say to each other, hey, man, I respect you. And that person says back to Cody, hey, man, I respect you. Well, let's get in the ring and do it. And Cody comes out on top and everybody gets to cheer for the little baby face again. Cody Rhodes is so friggin' boring right now. It's terrible. And Chris, you said that I'd have been pissed if the Wyatt Six would have showed up at the main event. Absolutely not. The weird ass Wyatt Six messing with America's golden boy Cody Rhodes, sign me up for that. Because as of right now, they've got zero story to tell with Cody Rhodes. And it's completely on Front Street when you pull the Kevin Owens card. Jimmy talked about it leading up to this match. This all Kevin Owens is a guy with a name that you can pull up at any time and he can lose and it's fine. So you guys continue to eat down the Cody Rhodes complete entertaining storylines. I'm over it. Cody Rhodes is boring.
Chris, do you use your hands when you eat like that, or are you a knife and fork kind of guy?
I'm evolved. I use utensils. All right, I've been around a long time, but I don't think
you a fan of the spork, Chris?
I'm pretty sure that utensils were even before me. That being said,
I love the fact that you're pretty sure. You're not really sure though.
I tend to agree with you though, Rod. I've been not all that. I didn't really care that much for the Cody story after he got the belt, and now you have Roman back to deal with the bloodline. So Cody doesn't have that. So there's literally nothing to do for Cody. So we have the most prestigious belt on somebody with absolutely no story going on. And it's seems a little bit odd to me.
Well, just be ready, because I believe Cody Rhodes wins this match. And then I believe Kevin Owens goes apeshit and just destroys him. And we're going to get a rematch. Just so you know, I've seen it before. Maybe I'm wrong. I could easily be wrong here, but they've teased it enough where I think Kevin Owens might go bad. In the main event,
can we talk about the greatest wrestler from Scotland now, please? Can we talk about the greatest wrestler from Scotland now, please? The hottest.
I was gonna wait. I was gonna wait for that one, but yeah, we can. The bloodbath here. Between
No. That's not the hottest wrestler going from Scotland, Jimmy. That's not actually the hottest wrestler going out there right now from Scotland. That's not who I was referring to.
What would his name be?
We can talk about him when we get done with Clash at the Castle, but I just wanted to get that shot in there for my boy, because I did think you were going to that match. I'm sorry, I forgot about another one.
No, we'll talk about Gunther and Randy Orton here. Gunther's going to win this match. I think it'll be a good match. Randy's going to go all out on, I think, for this one, because it will be the last match on the show. But I think Gunther's going to get a really good title win here. Rod.
I totally agree with you. I like the promo that Randy cut, right? For a guy like Chris and for other people who may not know the Randy Orton story, right? Him like laying that out there a little bit more and putting it there on the table that he wants to be 15 and he understands that will put him in a pantheon, unlike a lot of other professional wrestlers. So I dug that, but yeah, no, there's no way he's going to win this at Bash in Berlin against a guy named Gunther. Like, that's just not happening.
Chris.
Give me the legend killer to kill the legend of Gunther in and near his own countryside. You have told me. You have told me over and over again to expect the unexpected, and they love screwing people on their home turf. I know. He's from Austria, just across the southern border to Germany. All right. He is beloved in Germany as one of his own. This is Gunther's hometown. Everything you guys have taught me over the last few years tells me this is going to be crazy. It is going to cause almost riots. You know, Germans don't have a sense of humor. They're not going to enjoy this at all. And
Germans sitting in the back going, what do we
is
do?
Going down.
Those were Vince McMahon rules, Chris.
Yeah,
I would just
That's
say.
Vince McMahon rule. But I listen, you got to throw it in there, but I love it. I love that. I'm at a loss. I don't know what to do now. CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, they are going to have a strap match. It is going to be bloody. It is going to be nasty. There's going to be welts everywhere, and CM Punk will win, setting up the third and final match in a Hell in a Cell. Rod.
Yeah, give me old Phil here. Give me Phil in the Living Color song. That's fine. I'll hear that at the end of this match after they absolutely wear one another out with a strap. Because shout out to Karrion Kross. All right, I see you, Karrion Kross. I see you. And I remember the phenomenal strap match you had with Drew McIntyre. It didn't do much for you, Karrion, because you're still messing around with the New Day. But I remember the phenomenal match you had.
That was a phenomenal match, Rod. And I can't believe you guys are going to be rooting for a guy who likes to attack people from behind over and over again, who has no sense of loyalty. He's not even a real patriot. He's got Cobra tattooed on his arm, guys. All right. He's not even a G.I. Joe. He's not a patriot. And you guys are rooting for him. I don't understand this at all.
To be fair,
it's Drew McIntyre.
My favorite guy is Seth Rollins, Chris, to be fair. I mean, he does all of those things you just discussed.
Like rooting and picking winners, you know, those are different things, right?
You guys are rooting for the enemy, and I don't understand it.
I love you. You're fantastic.
I've got nothing against the second hottest wrestler coming and going right now from Scotland. I've got nothing against him.
What would be the name of the first hottest wrestler from Scotland, Rod?
Jimmy, if I say his name, then he'll appear. And quite frankly, we don't have quite the money for the appearance fee for him right now because he's so hot. He's so hot. We absolutely could not pay it.
Joe Hendry is going to wrestle for the world championship in NXT. And
NXT is awesome. NXT is awesome right now, dude. They got some serious great storylines going, man. I'm telling you, Trick Williams is a great wrestler.
Sure, I told you guys I don't watch the minor leagues at the beginning of this episode. So
okay, but it's the developmental. It literally is the minor leagues, Chris.
Yeah, I know. I don't watch the NBA D League. Okay. I don't watch arena football or Canadian football. All right. I don't watch.
The Arena League is bankrupt. Like you're totally showing your age.
I don't watch the Indianapolis Indians or the Iowa Cubs or the South Bend whatevers. You know, I don't watch these minor leagues. I don't care. What are you talking about minor leagues for?
Because Joe Hendry has the most phenomenal wrestling theme song you've ever heard in your entire life. And because there's a movement happening right now, Chris, and that's what's fun about professional wrestling. And because Ethan Page is a phenomenal heel, this guy's going to be on the fast track to the WWE with his ability to absolutely get the crowd in the palm of his hands and hate him in T-minus 30 seconds. Like I'm telling you, man, Trick Williams, won't that trick? It's all coming, dude. You're going to hear some of these theme songs are going to pop at the Royal Rumble in February, and Jimmy and I and the other well-learned WWE fans in there are going to know who these are, and you're going to look around, who are these dudes? Oh, are these the minor league guys? I don't like minor leagues. I'm Chris. I only pay attention to the big boys.
I've also told you numerous times on this very podcast that I'm not one to pay attention to theme songs either, so you're not making any kind of case that's going to sway me right now.
From London to Paris and Tokyo.
The eruption that is going to happen when he comes out is like nothing you will have heard that entire evening, Chris. It's going to be terrific. It really will be. And
there's going to be a voice, Chris, that's going to say his name, and he appears, and then he's going to flip around and do his male model look at the crowd, and everybody's going to go berserk, man. I'm telling you, just get ready for it. I'm not even sure the guy can wrestle. He really can't wrestle, but he has done what you're supposed to do in professional wrestling. He is focused in on the stupid gimmick because stupid gets over with the crowd, and this dude is over like Rover right now.
Let's hope that stupid over lasts until next year's Royal Rumble then.
He's about to become NXT champion on Sunday, Chris. So there's a very good chance that it will.
And with that, you've been listening to the Yeah We Know podcast, part of the Morgatos Podcasting Network. Chris, Rod, thanks for being here.
LA Knight, listen, we're sorry. Normally, we do a lot of talking about you on this podcast, and we left out your open challenge. We probably could have predicted who we think is going to walk out for that open challenge, but I wanted to talk about Joe Hendry, so I apologize, LA Knight.
Goodbye, Net. Yeah.
R.I.P. Psycho Sid.